Maxo Crema, what's good? What up, Luma? Grayscale Partners in the place. What's up, Luma? What up? What's happening? When are we going to reconnect? What's good? Prince Augustine, what's good, brother? Elevated Chapters, what's happening? Tara, what's happening? Harvest Croptober is here. Croptober is here, man. We got Croptober. Let's reconnect. Let me know when I can come back up north. Tara, what up? What up? What up? The creator of the Cannavision logo is in the house right now. What's happening, Tara? I'm actually going to be up in your neck of the woods early November for CWCBE. We got to connect, Tara. I'm coming up anytime. Bet that. Let's put it on the calendar because we got to come up. P-Pump, what's good? Designated Smoker, what's happening? All my people on YouTube, I can't see you, but what's up? Twitch, what's popping? Ah, man, y'all trying to get me in trouble. I'm not. Yeah. People trying to get me out of my element. We want me to talk about controversial stuff. I don't have no controversial stuff today. We can talk about the NBA. We can talk about the NFL and how they decertified their union as well, but that's another conversation for another day. What's happening, everybody? My name is Rico Lamitte, founder, CEO of Cannavision Global, decentralized media broadcast organization, and also a co-founder and host on the State of Cannabis NewsHour every single morning on the weekdays on Clubhouse, where you can get your daily dose. Me and 11 other thought leaders in the cannabis industry. We get together, we answer people's questions, we talk about the biggest news stories on the wires, and we have awesome debates as well. So today's story, let's talk about it, man. Throwback Thursday. Let's talk about it. So today, stories coming out of AP, Associated Press, and it's all about the NBA. And so the NBA will not randomly be testing players for marijuana again this season. I'm extending their 1-year suspension of cannabis testing, THC testing. So let's pop into it. So could Calvin Broadus, aka Snoop Dogg, aka Snoop Lion, aka the Dog Father, could he be the secret advisor to NBA Commissioner Adam Silver that we just never really noticed? If y'all remember, a little over a month ago, Snoop had a conversation with ESPN's Stephen Smith expressing all major sports leagues need to stop testing for cannabis. I agree. Well, he and Jim Jones can rejoice after Silver's announcement yesterday that he'll be allowing his players to continue flying high for at least one more year. If you don't get the reference on Jim Jones, all good. Fly high, balling, all that. According to this Associated Press, the NBA has agreed to not randomly test players for cannabis this season, the continuation of the temporary policy put in place last year for the COVID-19 restart bubble down in Florida, and it has remained since. Drug testing for HGH, steroids, and so-called drugs of abuse, methamphetamines, cocaine, opiates, those are all going to continue, but the NBA's 1-year agreement with the National Basketball Players Association to ban random THC testing will be extended for the upcoming season. NBA spokesman Mike Bass had this to say to the AP. We have agreed with the NBPA to extend the suspension of random testing of marijuana for the 2021 to 2022 season, which starts in very, very soon, and focus on performance-enhancing products and drugs of abuse. Players found out Wednesday via memo from the NBPA, and details were first reported by ESPN. And what seems now like almost a decade ago, the NBA's THC testing suspension began at the beginning of the pandemic, March 2020. Early pandemic days as the players were preparing to compete in the bubble at Walt Disney World that summer. So You're segregated from society, stuck in quarantine for a never-ending field trip to Walt Disney World with coworkers. I can see why the cool uncle that he is, Adam Silver, let these guys toke up a little bit in their downtime. Shout out to Lemon Pepper Lou, who left the bubble and got his freak on at the strip club as well. Shout out to the Clippers. Decriminalization has not just been the hottest topic in the world this year. Conversation has made its way into every major sports league as well. AP also pointed out that after Sha'Carri Richardson's suspension was announced, U.S. Representatives AOC and Jamie Raskin wrote U.S. and global anti-doping leaders. They need to say that, in part, that the ban on marijuana is significantly and unnecessarily a burden on athletes' civil liberties. Yes, it is. So here's a thought. How about we just do away with the ban altogether on THC, and rather than suspending this bullshit testing like you guys are doing, because you guys want to keep people in suspense, whatever. So let's run through these questions. So the NBA is definitely ahead of the curve on as far as professional athletic leagues. But why the NBA? So here's a good question that I got this morning while we were live. Why the NBA is doing this and why the other leagues are not following suit. NBA is more of a players' league. I think it goes back to LeBron James joining the league, and he helped the NBPA. I think he is like the players' president of the NBPA. I got to look that up. But he's made it more player-centric. So the politics, the way they handle substance abuse, the way they handle different social issues and stuff like that. The players have had a lot more say, so they're a lot less conservative than the NFL and a lot of the other leagues, and you're going to get that from them. They're a lot more liberal than the other ones, and you're just going to get more real shit and more stuff that hits home with and touches with personally with people at home worldwide, because the NBA is a global league, and is also why they shut the fuck up and didn't say shit negative about China, because they're making all that Chinese money over there. Just saying, keeping it real. At what point will Adam Silver stop, quote unquote, suspending testing and actually take THC off the banned substance list? That'll be interesting. I would think that he wouldn't take it off the actual banned substance list until this is my personal thoughts on it, until it's actually federally legalized. Until then, I don't see how they can go back to banning THC. I don't see how they can go back to testing THC after taking 2 years off. I think you'll probably see these 1-year contracts, like LeBron does these 1-year contracts, and you're probably going to see every single summer like we're extending the suspension of THC testing. That's just my thoughts on it. Will we soon see major cannabis company sponsorship patches on NBA jerseys? That'd be really cool. I did read an article the other day that a couple of athletes are being sponsored by a couple of fresh out of high school athletes. So these are collegiate athletes are actually being sponsored by cannabis companies. With the money that's flowing into the industry, I would not be surprised if you start seeing MSOs, like multi-state operators, and them actually their logos on a lot of these professional teams until it makes it to the top of the top with NBA, NFL, NHL, and Major League Baseball. I think it'll be a little slower to happen in those lanes. But we already see professional leagues being sponsored by cannabis companies. Shout out to my man, Chris Jackson, our Cannavision correspondent out in the Midwest. He actually became owner of a professional basketball team, the Pontiac Pharaohs. And that's like the highest level you can get, I guess, like right now. I'd love to see it on arena teams. I'd love to see this on AA, AAA baseball. I think that would be the next step if it hasn't happened already. But I think we're still a ways off before we see open sponsorships and open endorsements from the top leagues for actual THC companies. We'll probably see that on the CBD side before we see it on the THC side. All right, so what other questions y'all got for me? All right, here's a good one. This is from Jamie Elizondo. Jamie Elizondo, what's happening, Jamie? I'm not sure if you're a man or a woman, so I apologize. So I'll just say Jamie says, So, man, all right, what's up, brother? All right, so Jamie Elizondo's question is, do you think that this has anything to do? Do you think this has anything to do with the lack of players being able to pass THC testing? um, as a former athlete, I say no. There's ways to get around drug testing, and from what I've heard, I'm not in the NBA obviously, but what I've heard, it's very very easy to get around testing, even if it is random testing in the NBA and in some other leagues too. Um, I won't talk about the methods people use because I'm not gonna get them fucked up for it. But guys smoke, guys consume, gals too, and it's not just for recreational or adult use either. A lot of it is for medicinal use, and the truth is, cannabis is medicine. It's better than a lot of these opioids that they've been pumping in to our systems for generations. And it actually helped me break my addiction that I fell into after college football. So it's a better alternative than opiates. It's inevitable that people are going to be in their downtime consuming cannabis. It's legal in almost all of the states. I think it's like 39 states. You can get it in medical or adult use, and it's going to happen. So I don't really see. So a big shout out to Snoop Dogg actually bringing that up with Stephen A. Smith when he was on late night television about a month and a half ago. I really don't think any professional leagues of the highest caliber in America should be testing for THC at this point any longer. They're going to be exposed to it. It's much better treatment for a lot of the stuff that they're given because Big Pharma runs the fucking world. And it's only a matter of time till you see that a new leaf turned on that. Good question, Jamie. Appreciate you, brother. All right. Cannabis Twins in the place. What up? I got some great content from y'all from Viola on Friday. So what's happening? Angelo FDEA, Angel of Death Creations. I cannot read. What's happening? Wake up. What's popping? What's popping? Welcome. People can't hear me? Can y'all hear me okay? All right. Felicia Carbajal in the place to be. What's popping? People couldn't hear me a second ago. I think the sound was off there on my Cannabis. So I apologize for people on Cannabis. I'll make sure I upload the video from my personal feed. But yeah, NBA needs to just need to move forward, and these other leagues need to move forward too. Cannabis is medicine, and people need to recognize it as such. People are going to medicate. They're going to find ways to medicate, especially in legalized states. You're going to be around it all the time. And it shouldn't be such I can't believe what they're doing. When you guys see them on social media, you guys see people taking like creepy videos of them. Oh, yeah, this person is smoking weed. Like, you see them drinking, that's even more of an issue. So I think you should bring it up with them about drinking more so than you should about consuming cannabis. Period. It's medicine. You're not going to see people doing wild ass, dumb ass shit when they are, if they're consuming cannabis alone, I should say. Crossfade is crazy though. So big ups and great question, Jamie. I appreciate that, brother. All right. One more question, and then we'll give some shout outs to the people that hopped on with us today. So this one's from Melissa T CBD. What's happening? And Melissa T CBD says, why don't they just up and let CBD run everything in these leagues instead of the opioids? I agree with you. It should take away a lot of the opioids, at least the ones that are highly addictive and they don't show much, if anything, to do with the healing process. The science is out. And look, man, when I was in college, when I was playing college football, they actually used to give us these 10 packs of Melexicam and Vioxx, these drugs that aren't even on the market anymore because promoted heart failure and all that shit. But we didn't know that we were beta testing for Big Pharma at the time. So all these big leagues, NCAA, they've got more skeletons in their closet, and they've got a lot more death on their hands. They got a lot more blood on their hands than people want to believe. And I know people look up to a lot of these leagues. They look up to the owners, the coaches, and the players. But everybody's human, man. And capitalism is a terrible fucking drug. It's the worst drug of all. And when all these big pharma companies come through and they're offering you money to do this, money to do that, you get all kinds of kickbacks. And I can say that, I don't have to say allegedly, because the facts are out. A lot of people got in trouble for that. A lot of bad stuff happened. So hopefully we have seen the turning of a new leaf with cannabis no longer being tested for, or THC no longer being tested for in the NBA. And I hope a lot of these other leagues follow suit as well. So great question, Melissa. All right, plants and prescriptions. What's happening? What's happening? Speaking of, big shout out to everybody in the community. Big shout out to everybody who comes on State of Cannabis NewsHour every single morning, where you can get your daily dose at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. on the East Coast. And one more thing, AB 45. Make sure you guys know, everybody in the industry needs to know about AB 45. So if you haven't, Gavin Newsom signed AB 45 into law yesterday. Make sure you guys read up on that and see how it affects your business. If you are in the CBD community, it will be affecting your business, period. We talked about that last week, I want to say. Covered that story, and he actually signed it into law yesterday. So make sure you guys know what the fuck is going on. Make sure you guys are protecting your business and future-proofing your business, like we talked a little bit about yesterday, and know what the laws are in the biggest states and the biggest economies. Like California is the 5th largest economy. So if you got rules for something and you're exporting, you're importing, or you are dealing with any of these substances, make sure you guys know the laws and rules and protect yourselves, people. High Tide Distro, what up? All my NorCal people in the place today. NorCal, what is up with y'all, man? Y'all always showing love. I got to come back up there, man. I got to come back up and see my people. Luma just said that they're down to connect again. So I gotta plan a trip. I'm gonna be out in the Northeast for CBE conference. My boy Leo has me speaking at CBE conference in November. I'll be out in Northeast. I'll be in New York that weekend too, and I'll be out in MJ Biz, man. I'll be like I always do, creeping around. And I got a press pass now, so y'all can't tell me shit. I can get in wherever I want, folks. All right, so big shout out to everybody. Cannabis Twins, what's happening? P-Pump, Luma, California. Angela Death Creations, wake up. My homie, Felicia Carvajal, my people. Tara White, what's happening? Grayscale Partners in the place. I'm sorry, y'all, we did not have sound over here on the Cannavision feed at the beginning. That's my fault. I point thumbs, not fingers. Affirmation Apparel, what's happening? Make sure you guys check it out. Oh yeah, big ups to World of Dog Training. My man Ryan Matthews, he's actually one of our sponsors. World of Dog Training. If you guys are looking to learn how to become a dog trainer, if you guys need your dog trained, my man Ryan Matthews got you covered. He's a celebrity dog trainer. I actually did a TED Talk with him as well. Make sure you guys support business, man. Support all local businesses. And it's not just the cannabis industry, because everything is the cannabis industry. Everybody could benefit from cannabis. Plants, animals, people, the world. I'm telling y'all, man, the world. Much love to everybody. Appreciate y'all for copping in. Dream 1017, what's happening? We're about to pop off right now. And just make sure you guys check in, man. Kiss your babies, loving your mamas, hugging your daddies. Remember, when life gives y'all no place else to turn, gotta turn the fuck up. Rico Lamite, the dopest dad in the universe. Signing out. Peace.